Welcome everyone. Here's another fantastic radionic unit from Delawarr. I'm assuming this is sometime in the early 50s. It's a very interesting 9-dial unit. The usual type with a power dial 1 to 10. 1 to 100. And then the 8 dials basically that are for tuning. So it's a 9-dial unit. It's an unusual one. It's really kind of cool, even though the actual covering here, the vinyl is wearing, but something that is 60, 70 years old. It's got your 2 plates here, your typical in and out stainless steel plates. It says on the top here, Radionic Treatment Set. It has one of these cool things here that you rarely see on any units, and that's this antenna type thing. Not entirely sure how that's used, and of course, it may be actually a directional here. You've got at the bottom here, so you can see how unusual this is. And as far as I know, this is the only set of his Delawarr that ever did this. Not sure why this has screening in here either. Wonder if this was a cabinet for a radio that he used. These are interesting dials. It's that old plastic, which escapes my mind that they, at this point, what they call it. It's not too big. This is about 8 inches by 8 inches, I would say. So pretty much a square box. Let's turn this around a wee bit on the side here. Now this is an electric unit, and you do plug it in. It's on and off in the back here. And again, like all of these units, they're extremely rare. It's hard to find these. They pop up every now and then. As usual, it's well made, and as usual, to see what's inside of these things is based for other videos and for those that are Patreon and All Access members. Remember to like and subscribe this video if you want to get more in depth of how this is used and see the guts of it. Well, you have to support IGOS, the only people doing this, and for a small fee of basically $8 a month, you can get all access membership to our schools, which we have 4 of, libraries, everything else. It's a super, super bargain. And of course, there's extra special things on Patreon as well. Which will be there for those people who contribute. And of course, if you want to help world change, if you want to help the world in general, you want to be involved in real science, otherwise known as energy science or subtle energy sciences, the essence of all matter, well, that's what this is all about, and that's what these pioneers were doing. Delawarr was very prolific in his machine building, and he was at a time where a lot of it had still been actually preserved in this day and age, because he's kind of, in that, 30, 40, 50 years ago, still something that you'll find products around such as this. If nothing else, these are fantastic works of arts and appreciation for people that were really trying to do something, really trying to change the world with a new technology, which was originally came out in America by Albert Abrams and was later picked up by other Americans who were suppressed, and it fled kind of to Europe, to Delawarr and others who put together radionic instruments based on the work of the American Albert Abrams. So it's quite fascinating, quite a great history, and we'll go into all this in more detail, and you get to see the actual guts if you're one of our supporters. And this will happen in the future when we can get to it. So if the more support we get, the faster everything will be able to be completed. Hope you enjoyed this. More to come.